I want to share a realization I came to after listening to an EQUA interview. This particular interview is one of the death research interviews, and it's entitled Shark Attack. It's a really fascinating audio to listen to, in which a being shares his death experience by being eaten by a shark. And one of the points he mentions is that his the incident may not have occurred or wouldn't have occurred if he wasn't lost in his mind at the moment or a few moments before the attack. He was kind of lost at space, sitting on his board out in the ocean, and he wasn't aware of his surroundings, noises, his body, and it resulted in his death. And the realization that I came to was I listened to it yesterday. And so when I thought about it, I thought, my whole life actually would have gone completely different had I not been someone who has been and lived in their mind. I'll give just one example, and that is since I was a young girl, I have fantasized a lot romantically in my mind about various boys and then men as I got older in a romantic way. And, this practice eventually within my marriage got me out of touch with reality to the point that I made very bad decisions. I wasn't here in physical reality. I had gotten into the habit of existing in my mind of fantasy. And this goes into your dreams, right? It goes into your subconscious as well, and you start getting influenced by your subconscious through the evening as well. So one example in particular would be when my husband and I's marriage ended. I was not capable because my heart was so broken. That's all I could really focus on. And I had two young kids, and I was not capable just to look at my life in a common sense way and the practical physicality of my life, the practical facts of my life, and look at it and make decisions according to what would be the best thing for my children and myself going forward. And I remember I just was devastated, and all I could think about was my poor little broken heart. And I just caved. I signed any agreement he asked me to. All I would say is I just want us to get back together. And I didn't practically look at money. What would I need or require? What would be a good decision to make to ensure my children and I had adequate housing? There were steps I could have taken because of what occurred that would have been put us in a much more secure position. But like I said, all I could think about was getting back together with him and still romanticizing and thinking love was the most important thing. And, of course, that's the way it should be. But the love that I thought about was very, again, all to do with ideas and in my mind, and not kind of a practical working family unit and what needs to be done to improve our lives and to secure our lives. And it was more just the romantic idea, and this led to some devastating consequences that again had a trickle down effect over the years. And I was not a responsible parent in that way. I was quite irresponsible and not really capable because being lost in my mind. And just briefly, I wanted to mention on eQuoc there are 135 free interviews. So I will put the link to the Shark Attack below, and also to the page where you can find the free interviews. And each of them, I have not listened to all of them, all the free ones, but I've listened to several. And each of them has, valuable insight for you to come to your own realizations. Each interview I've listened to from eQuoc has been quite a journey, and I highly recommend any of them. There's a huge variety of interviews to listen to. Thank you.